Hey folks, it's Brad LeDrew here at Western GM in Drumheller, Alberta, Canada. And today we're looking at our very first 2020 Chevrolet Traverse. If you're not familiar with the Traverse, it's available in an LS, an LT, an RS, and an LT True North edition, which is what we're looking at here, and a Premier and a top-end High Country. Now, if you're not familiar as well with the Traverses, you can get it in a 7 or 8 passenger configuration. It has standard 1,500 pounds of towing, but can tow a whopping 5,000 pounds with the optional from the factory tow package. It has a 3.6 liter V6, variable valve timing with spark injection direct injected engine with 310 horsepower and 266 foot-pounds of torque. It is a great looking vehicle, very sharp, very quiet, very comfortable. It's won numerous awards, including J.D. Power's Most Dependable SUV. You've got a NHTSA 5-star safety rating, all kinds of cool stuff. You've got a 9-speed automatic transmission with all of these trim levels as well. And also that has driver shift control, so a plus-minus button, so you can drive this like a manual transmission. There's loads to get into. There's 3 new colors available for 2020. The first one being Black Cherry Metallic, Midnight Blue Metallic, and what you see in front of us here, which is the new Stone Gray Metallic. So let's get into it. Let's walk around to the back, because you know what? It's an SUV. It's a people mover. People don't want to drive minivans anymore. They're buying SUVs. So let's go to the back here. First off, you can see we've got our key right here. So double tap. And you got your power lift gate. Oh, that's for my Acadia I'm driving. Wrong pocket. This is live. One take. Double tap. Here we go. Or we could approach the vehicle and just touch this button down low. Now, if you notice in here, you can see 1, 2, 3 child seat anchors. Okay. And you've got a tether right here, as simple as pull on this tether and push ahead. And that seat goes down, as you can see, perfectly flat. Another thing people love about these vehicles is you've got a massive amount of storage in here. Again, similar to a minivan. And you can see there's these little tabs you can just unscrew, and then you can take this out, power wash it out if you've got, say, maybe your eggs broke in here, maybe you used it as a beer cooler, you know, that sort of thing. I'm not judging. And you want to just spray it out and clean it out. So pretty cool. You've also got a power plug-in down here for a cooler, again, to keep your meat and cheese, your sandwiches nice and cool. And again, you can just pull on this one and fold her down. And you can see now you've got a whopping 93.2 cubic feet of storage space in this vehicle, which is crazy. You can also see you've got more child seat anchors right here as well. And you can see nice big armrest. If you were going with the 8-passenger, obviously this would be a bench in the middle. So you'd have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 right now, or it'd be 2, 3, 3. Again, just catch hold of this tether, pull her straight up, and you're back in business. Okay. Close her up. Moving on over to the side. You can see here we've got capless fuel door. We've got the proximity sensors. So again, you just have your modern key in your pocket, in your purse, in your jacket pocket at all times. Just touch this button once, unlocks just this door. Touch it twice, unlocks all 5 doors. Moving inside here, you can see the jet black leather with the stitching. Looks really, really sharp. Nice plush seat. You can see also you've got the latch system for your car seats right here as well, both on the front seats. And, you know, getting inside of here, you can see there's piles of room in this vehicle. Back here, you've got the tri-zone automatic climate control, so you can hit the auto button, and or you can use the temperature and the fan speed and adjust it yourself. You can see down low, you've got a power plug-in and a couple USBs as well, which is really, really nice. Give you a little overview of the front. Let's move on inside to the driver's side. Apologize, it is a little bit windy today here in Drum. So looking at the door, you can see the stitching. Nice soft touch materials. Again, soft touch materials. And again, a little bit more textured, a little more rubbery. Really nice feel. You see this satin look here with the chrome. Very nice. Automatic door, power window store, your door locks. Lock out the kids so that they can't put the windows down. Adjust your power mirrors. And again, down low here, you can see you've got the power hatch set to max. And if you set it to 3/4, maybe you're in a garage where it's a little bit lower height or underground parking and you don't want to scrape your tailgate, That's all you would use there. If you want to open that, you can just push it once, and again, it would just open. Just turn it to 3/4. It only opens to 3/4. You can see also we've got the Bose premium audio system. We've got a full 10-way power driver's seat. Now, if we went up a model to the Premier or the High Country, we'd have an additional button here, which would be your power memory seats. But again, we're looking at the, we call it a 3LT or a 2LT True North here in Canada. So you can see, push button start. Well, there we go. We got some good tunes going. So first off, let's just go through a couple things with the vehicle. Obviously, you can see here we've got a heated steering wheel. Hey, we're in Canada. This feels really nice. We can see cruise control. Plus minus increases your speed. Off, enable cruise control. Moving over here, pretty straightforward. You got a little jog dial here. This jog dial controls that DIC up in front of us here. So we can scroll across and have music or navigation all here on the screen. Okay, show our phones that are connected, all that sort of stuff. Then you got two buttons right here, which is talk and hang up, and that controls your calls and your text messages, all that sort of stuff. Or if you want to send a command, say to your embedded, the GM navigation. Now this is the first time it's launching. It should take an extra second, but again, very, very quick. And so, for example, let's say if we want to set up this, we don't want to do this as work. Let's just leave it as it is. So if we push a button here, we can do navigation, say to the closest McDonald's, the closest Esso gas station, that sort of stuff. Hit the home button here or hit the home button down here, it doesn't matter. You go back to this main screen, so you got audio. You can see here, what do we want to listen to? AM, FM, home. Go over here. We've got our climate control. We can manually control, or sorry, control on the screen here instead of using the manual control buttons down low. Okay, again, hit the home button. And we've got this new split screen for this year as well. And this is now a high definition display with a high definition backup camera. Previous year was just standard definition, so a nice little upgrade to the screen and also the backup camera. And you can see this is also new, this split screen, so you can have your tunes playing and you can show your navigation and just slide across. And again, you see how quick and easy this is. So that's the GM infotainment system. It's fantastic. And you can see also you can push this button and inside you've got a vault, which is really, really nice. So you use valet parking, something like that. You can put something in there and not have to worry about somebody taking it or removing it if you've got it in valet mode. Moving down, you can see the automatic climate control here as well. You can also see that we've got the heated seats and it's 3 levels of heat. Down low, we've got an auxiliary, we've got an SD card slot, a couple more USBs, an old auxiliary power as well. And that driver shift control I mentioned outside with the 9-speed, this is the plus minus. So again, if we're in drive here, okay, and we put it into L, okay, if you notice right there it says L1, and now we can start driving in second gear or in first gear. And it does a really good job of holding the gears, so if you're in second and we're driving, the RPMs will be up high and it won't shift unless you push the plus minus, which is really neat. So again, you're going downhill, wintertime, that sort of stuff. You're just driving in normal drive, slider back to low, and then use your plus minus, pretty straightforward, back into park. Okay. Also, you can see our electronic parking brake is here, and you can also see we've got our traction control, stability control, and here we've also got our lane keep assist, okay, with rear cross traffic alert. It's in 2-wheel drive, so again, for the best possible fuel economy, turn it here to 4 high, or so 4x4. Now it's all-wheel drive, and then we also have your all-terrain mode, your traction snow mode, so it sends more power to the back 2 wheels, so you have better traction wintertime. And then we've also got your trailer tow mode. So if you see this on one of our Chevrolet products, that means it has the optional tow package from the factory, and that means you can tow the 5,000 pounds as opposed to the lower number of 1,500 pounds without this dial on it. Okay, and again, just turn it again if we want to go back to 2-wheel drive for the best possible fuel economy. Pretty cool. And again, go back to the driver information center here. If we go into reverse, you can see we've got the new surround vision with, again, high definition display, really good quality. And again, what do we want to see? Right now, that's our backup camera. We can change that to the front camera if we want. You can see how slick and quick that is. People love that. People love the GM infotainment systems. And you can also see we got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So you know what, if you don't want to use GM's navigation or that sort of stuff, you can have the familiarity of your own iPhone, your own Android phone becoming the screen, and using Siri here or your I think it's called S-Voice with Android to control your contacts, sending text messages, that sort of stuff, or even doing your navigation. Okay. Something else we have here, if you notice, let's get our focus here. We've got the rear view mirror, and we just flick this button, and now we've got the panoramic rear camera, and then you can see a little bit more view left and right, so you've got a little bit better visibility. If you don't want that on, just flick it like that. Pretty straightforward. A lot of people love that as well. You can see up high a little bit further here. We've got the HomeLink garage door opener, program multiple garage doors. You can see we got our power sunroof, and this has the dual moonroof, so one here and one back there. And also we've got the OnStar. OnStar's in all of our vehicles, so it's obviously, OnStar is 3 different things. It's your 4G LTE Wi-Fi in all of our vehicles since 2014. OnStar is also your safety and security, so somebody steals your vehicle, they can slow it down and stop it. They got vehicle location services and also emergency services. So if heaven forbid something happens to you, get in an accident, you push the SOS button, and you'll be on the phone with an EMT who can help you suture a wound, that sort of stuff, talk you through stuff until paramedics get there. Really neat. And then the final thing is your remote link app. So on your phone, you can control your vehicle. So some of the cool stuff, pretty straightforward here, is you can unlock your doors, all that sort of stuff with your phone itself. You can send navigation directions to your phone. Real time, it'll show you your fuel levels. Say you're going to go on a trip the next day, you say to your significant other, hey, did you remember to fill up the vehicle before we go on our camping trip tomorrow? Oh shoot. Or they couldn't remember, you can just check it on your phone. Also shows your tire pressure monitor system and shows your tire pressures on your vehicle. But some other things it does, again, as a parent talking about, like, this vehicle's got the teen driver mode, and it can give you a driving report to let you know how many times it went over a speed warning, average speed, distance traveled, that sort of stuff. Kind of a report card that you get. But also, your phone can send you a text message. Let's say for your phone, your vehicle can send you a text message. So say, for example, you set a perimeter of, hey, I don't want you going past Larry's house, is what you say to your daughter, Nancy. And you know that that if they're going to go out to Todd's house, Todd's is like 70 miles away, and you don't want them traveling on the freeway, that sort of thing. You can set a distance warning on your phone, which is connected to this. And so here you are sitting in your living room, and your kid goes outside that zone, that 50 kilometer or mile zone you set, because they're now heading to Todd's instead of Larry's. You got them red-handed. Your phone will send you a text message saying that your vehicle has left the designated area that you have set. So the location services on it's pretty slick as well. So, as a parent, like I said, you've got another thing, which is your rear seat reminder. So when you turn off the vehicle, if you opened up either one of those back 2 doors back here, it'll give you a warning saying rear seat reminder, letting you know that your child was left in the back or your puppy was left in the back. Heaven forbid, you don't want something like that to happen. But a couple really cool things like that, thinking about parents. But again, very comfortable, very quiet vehicle. I would definitely encourage you to get down to your local Chev store and take it for a drive. I drive an Acadia as a demo. I also drive a Traverse I had for 6 months last year as a demo. And I mean, the differences between an Acadia Traverse is not significant. They're both very similar in power and performance. The biggest thing is that the Traverse is actually now a bigger vehicle. In the old generation, they were both exactly the same size, but now the Acadia has shrunk a little bit. It's very similar in size to the old one inside, but physically outside it's not as big, whereas the Traverse has grown a bit. So the Traverse has quite a bit more storage compared to an Acadia, and has more room inside, more shoulder room and hip and head room. So again, like I mentioned before, a great people mover, a great replacement as a minivan. And again, we're here in Canada, so people love the all-wheel drive aspect and availability of it. And kind of the last thing to talk about here, you got a couple little bit of storage in here as well. Nice little bit of extra storage, nice light in there as well. You can see you got a really big glove box as well, right? But some pretty straightforward stuff. Take it for a drive. I think you'll really enjoy it. Consumer Reports, other magazines, other reviews that you'll read out there. It's a very quiet, comfortable vehicle to drive. So that's my video for today. I really hope you like, share, all that sort of stuff, comment. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to check out our vehicle here at Western GM. Again, my name is Brad LaDrew, and have a great day. Cheers.